Okay, Scully, it is officially the holidays, so you know what time it is? Yes, it's time for true ghost stories sent in by you, my subscribers. Well, hello, my spooky friends. Yeah, I am suffering from post holiday disorientation. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Where you're like, what day is it? Where am I supposed to be? I don't know. So I thought, of course, this would be a perfect time to collect my thoughts and let's do some true ghost stories. I hope you all had a beautiful Thanksgiving and are looking forward to the holidays. I did. We did. Well, there was more than just me and Scully. I was going to go shopping this weekend and I was so excited. I'm like, yeah, I just need to pick up a few things, see what's on sale. Then I looked at my bank account and I realized I have been shopping for days. Okay. The pre holiday shopping, the Black Friday shopping, all online. Yeah. I will be staying in this weekend and probably eating ramen until I get paid again. Oh my goodness. But I hope everyone will be happy. All right, let's jump into your true ghost stories. Yes, Scully, I guess I'm going to get you a present too. I mean, you know, you are my co host, and I don't know. What do y'all think? Maybe a hat? Scully, would you like a hat? You tell me. What is a good gift for Scully? Okay, this first story comes from Florence. My daughter and her family went on vacation to Myrtle Beach. They were enjoying the sunny beach and ocean waves. I've been to Myrtle Beach. I love the ocean. My daughter went into their room to get snacks when suddenly the radio turned on, and only static noise came out of it. She was freaked. Yeah. She went to unplug the creepy radio, but it was not plugged in. Oh my God. No, 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 no. You need to nope right out of that room. She called the hotel desk to have someone take out the creepy possessed radio. A female hotel attendant came in as my daughter waited out in the hallway. The attendant had a terrified facial expression as she whisked the radio and ran for her life down the hallway with the static still blaring. No, no way. Out of the radio. Oh my God. The hotel gave them a different room. Thank you. We did not sign up for ghosts. Thank you very much. We're here to enjoy the beach. That surely was an unforgettable vacation, I must say. I mean, can you imagine being on staff that day and your boss says, "Hey, you need to go get this radio, the haunted radio, the one. You need to get that radio out of the hotel room." All the staff members are like, they got other things to do. Like you're drawing straws. Who's going to go get the radio? Oh my God, I would go get the radio, but I would probably throw it down the stairwell on my way. That is crazy though. What would y'all do? Was it the room or was it? I mean, it was definitely the radio. But they changed their room as well. Was that just a courtesy, or did they know that there was something in that room? And I would like to know what hotel and what room this is. That is insane. Actually, if they marketed it right, they could get more money for that room if it is the room that's haunted. The next one comes from Alpha Flight. This 100% happened last night. My son and I were playing, yada yada. I see a flash like something walked in front of a light. My head turned, but I didn't want to say anything. He looks at me and he says, "Did you see it?" He said he also saw a shadow and it came towards me. My hairs instantly stood up. So I take it, Alpha Flight, that you were at home. And now I want to know, because it's been a little while. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get to y'all's stories. Is there something else that has happened? Did someone recently pass? Anything out of the odd, because look, you can tell when something passes in front of a light. Now, sometimes it can be a moth or something like that, but I would think you would know if it was, I don't know, just someone walking through your room. Oh, pardon me. Sorry about the light. Excuse me. I'm going to nope on out of that one too. And I just wanted to share this from Florence as well. This is kind of glitch in the matrix, or maybe it is a ghost. We don't know. I once had a plastic citrus juicer that disappeared. I looked high and low for weeks. 4 years later, it reappeared on the same shelf where I normally kept it. That was weird, somewhat spooky to me, but it never disappeared again. Thank you, Lord. Now, we talk a lot on here about things that disappear and reappear. Like y'all have sent me a bunch of stories, and I've had quite a few stories as well. But yeah, your juicer just disappearing. Like, what happens? Is a ghost just being a trickster? Or do they genuinely have to juice in the afterlife and they just need to borrow it? Yeah, it would be nice to ask or to know. Why are you taking my juicer? Or can they just hide in front of it and block it out? I don't know. I have a lot of questions about when things disappear and reappear in the same place. It is very bizarre. Now, Michael Walburn says when people are going to die, they get very bright. Really? I've never noticed that. Maybe it's just something you see. If someone is going to die that I haven't seen recently, I'll get an incredible urge to visit them for weeks before they die. That one took me a while to catch on to. Now, I will agree with you there, Michael. A lot of times when something is going to happen to someone, a few weeks or months before that, I get an overwhelming urge to talk to them, have lunch, give them a call, whatever. It is kind of weird. I have never noticed that I perceive them any differently, especially when it comes to light. I've perceived people as looking very sickly and old when in reality, I'm also looking at them and I know that to everyone else, they look normal. But I have had that experience. Thank goodness it hasn't happened in quite a while because I don't really want to know. No. All right, and this one comes from Night Owl 701. Okay, here is another one from my funeral director friend. He was told by a former gravedigger that at one lady's graveside service, an elderly preacher walked up and preached a sermon and then vanished. They found out he was the long deceased grandfather of the woman. The gravedigger quit his job. No doubt. Okay, so I'm trying to imagine this. You were standing at the graveside, and all of a sudden, an elderly preacher walks up and he starts preaching. Okay, nobody had him, on the schedule or whatever, but he preaches a sermon, and you're, like he's preaching the whole sermon. This is the mind-boggling thing. It's not like just somebody saw him standing there. He gets up, he preaches a sermon. And nobody who recognizes him says anything. Because at first I thought, was he just digging the grave and your friend was by himself? But no, this was at the service. So again, this guy walks up, he preaches a sermon, and then he disappears. Seriously? And then the family are like, oh yeah, that was her granddaddy. I mean, why weren't people freaking out like during the preaching? Or are you just so, flabbergasted that you don't know what to say? Like you're just, I mean, I can see that too. I definitely think I would nope out of that. Maybe. I don't know. The paranormal doesn't really scare me that much, but I certainly understand why someone would choose to have a different profession after that. Wow, that is a crazy story. Thank you for sharing it. Okay, here's another one I would nope out of. This comes from Sophia Carrington. The ghost in my former apartment in Umeå used to take showers and sing to herself. What? She played with my neck with her ghostly fingers. No. It was scary to say the least. The closet doors went open by themselves, very creepy. I was scared. I lived alone when I was to sleep at night, all alone. Yeah, I'm noping out of the whole touching me. Y'all know? Don't be touching me. And I want to know something. When she was like singing in the shower, whatever, was she using the water as well? Because it's one thing to be in the shower and act like you're taking a shower and sing and talk to yourself, whatever. But don't be using my water. I do need to know where to send the bill because I am not paying for your daily ghostly showers. Nope. The audacity of some of these ghosts. I'm just saying. Okay, this one comes to us by Justine. I sent this email a while ago, and as for my name, you can call me Justine. Yeah, I have a hard time knowing exactly what to call you. So, my mom told me that when my eldest brother was 3 years old, he would play up in his room for hours and he would talk to himself, but hold a full conversation. My mom and grandmother didn't think much of it. Before my brother was born, my mom's brother was unalived. She never told my brother about his Uncle Gerald. My brother came downstairs and asked my mom who was Uncle Gerald. He's nice. He likes to play cards with me. My mom went pale white and looked at her mom, my grandmother, and asked if she said anything to him about Uncle Gerald, and she said no. That's not up to me to tell him. My brother said Uncle Gerald comes and sees me all the time. Now, that is very spooky, and I know a lot of you are going to question, is that actually Uncle Gerald or is that another entity pretending to be Uncle Gerald? I don't know, but what I do know is we have tons of reports of kids, seeing these kind of things when they're young. Apparently, you lose that ability when you get older. So I don't know, but that is freaky. Definitely he knows who Uncle Gerald is, even though he's never been told about him. That's a good story, Justine. Thank you for sending that one in. This story comes from Jared Harris, 1940, a story that I must relate. My bathroom light began to be turned on and off. This was an older toggle switch that must be clicked up or down to stay in position. I snuck up to the hall to catch a peek at the doorway and saw two sandy-haired children laughing. She had wavy, light red hair, and he had a classic bowl cut. They both pointed their semi-transparent fingers at me and turned the bathroom light on, then off again. I announced that it was time for me to sleep now and to please stop for a while. Childish grumbling, and that was all for that evening. Next night, for about a week, it continued. They got tired of the game after that, apparently. Yeah, what is it with these ghosts? Like, into just, I can kind of see the children ghosts doing that, turning the lights on and off. Again, the electricity. The fact that you saw them, that is so very creepy. I wonder if you could maybe find a history on the house, if there are any old pictures of some children, maybe what happened to those kids. Did they pass away there? It would be very curious to find out. And yeah, I don't want to see any kid ghosts. They do freak me out. Yeah, I don't like them. Thank you for the story. Okay, and the last thing I've got is a comment, and this is by Stutley. Is that your name, Stutley? Okay, that is a cool name. I've never heard it. I know I'm late to the party on this video, but I only recently discovered your channel. There are many black dog legends in the UK. A lot of them are bad, but there are some good ones as well. One kind of black dog comes to escort the recently deceased to the afterlife. Another kind is just an omen of death, neither good nor evil. If the old gentleman was seeing the dog, I think it was likely an escort. Yeah, so if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that we have had a lot of black dog stories. Some of them are scary and some of them aren't. But we have all questioned, what on earth is this black dog? So maybe it is just an escort. I mean, I think you would probably feel comfortable moving on to the afterlife if you were an animal lover, a dog lover, and then this black dog just kind of, tries to kind of lead you. Anyway, thanks for letting us know, because I've heard mostly bad things about these black dogs, and then, sometimes we think, is it really? So it's good to see a good explanation for this. All right, we are going to go for today. I've got stories coming up of premonitions, glitches in the matrix, and of course, your favorite seems to be the nursing ghost stories, so we'll be doing that. I do have a few emails, so remember, I love to get your emails. Send them to avelincottage at gmail. I may end up changing the email for that, but for right now, just use the old one because I keep them all and they're categorized on there. That way I can see what I've done and what I haven't. It is so much harder if you have put a great ghost story in the comments and I haven't ever read it out. Either send it to my email or you can comment again, but know that sometimes the way my comments come in, it could be on any video in the past 2 years. So they tend to get buried and I don't always see them. So if you have a great story, email me. Or you can put it in the comments again and I will get to it. And I would love to hear any weird and wild Christmas stories you have. Maybe even miraculous. What do y'all think about doing a miracle Christmas story? Doesn't all have to be ghosts. We love paranormal, no matter what kind it is. I hope you have a great rest of the week. And again, give me gift ideas for Scully. He's not going to see him, I promise. It'll be a surprise. I hope you stay safe out there. Whatever you do, though, stay spooky. Bye-bye.